DJI Osmo Mobile 6, Zhiyun Smooth 5S, Hohem iSteady M6, and Insta360 Flow. Ahoy, this is Zdenka. Which gimbal has the best stabilization and tracking? Let's compare tracking first, so that's coming up. You will be quite amazed at the differences. What gimbal can be used outside of their own app? What gimbal is the best for Android phones? I will be using iPhone 14 Pro and Samsung Galaxy S23 in this video. Let's jump straight into a tracking test. It is a very important feature for many people who are about to invest into smartphone gimbal. This is going to get very interesting. First one goes DJI Osmo Mobile 6. This one is supposed to be good for long distance, so let's try how far you can get from the gimbal. Let's also switch faces. Let's hide. Let's see if it can find the object. Next one is Insta360 Flow, and that one has advanced tracking feature, which is actually excellent. Once you select a person, even if it gets blocked by other people or objects or disappears from the frame, it will be re-identified. This only works with people though. It has tracking recovery. What it means is that it will zoom out to the wide-angle lens when the subject moves out of the frame. Once it finds it, it will zoom in to continue tracking. If the subject is moving too fast, it will be tracking in that direction. You can track animals and objects. When it comes to tracking objects, it has all angle tracking. So even if the shape of the object changes, it is still going to track. In the Insta360 app, you will find live mode, which will allow you to track yourself as you live stream or record yourself with native camera app. That feature is recommended mainly for vertical filming. Zhiyun Smooth 5S is up. Let's run the same tests. Speed, distance. Let's switch faces and hide. And lastly, Hohem iSteady M6. As I mentioned earlier, it has an AI sensor, so you can do tracking in any app. Let's try first the AI tracking sensor. And you can also reframe the shot. All you have to do is show this gesture, move to where you want to be, show the gesture again, and now the gimbal is tracking you with this new framing. In the Hohem Joy app, you can also track the same way as the other gimbals. so you don't need an AI tracking sensor for that. Stabilization test is up. Let's see what gimbal has the best stabilization, or if they're all similar. I'm using iPhone 14 Pro. I will be filming in the GIMBALS apps. The same test as with all gimbals: regular walk, soft walk, and run. Here is DJI Osmo Mobile 6. Insta360 Flow is next. Let's move to Zhiyun Smooth 5S. Last one is up, Hohem iSteady M6. All right, let's take a closer look at these four gimbals. DJI Osmo Mobile 6 is very similar to Insta360 Flow, and Zhiyun Smooth 5S is similar to Hohem iSteady M6. DJI Osmo Mobile 6 and Insta360 Flow have both built-in long selfie sticks, and these gimbals are primarily designed for everyday use, families, social media creators, anybody filming mainly in vertical mode. Zhiyun Smooth 5S and Hohem iSteady M6 are both capable of handling heavier phones and bigger payloads. They are also bigger gimbals. They are both designed for everything from everyday use, capturing a family life, to advanced or professional filming. The smallest gimbal is Insta360 Flow, but not the lightest. DJI Osmo Mobile 6 is a little bit bigger, but lighter at 309 grams. Insta360 Flow is only a few grams heavier. It's not much of a difference. Much bigger is Hohem iSteady M6. Weight is 551 grams, and even a little bit bigger is Zhiyun Smooth 5S, and this one is also the heaviest, 625 grams. The smallest battery life has DJI Osmo Mobile 6. It will give you 6.5 hours. Next is Insta360 Flow, which has 12 hours of runtime. Hohem iSteady M6 will give you 18 hours, and the most runtime you will get with Zhiyun Smooth 5S. Battery life is 24 hours. The smallest payload, 290 grams, has DJI Osmo Mobile 6. Next up are Insta360 Flow and Zhiyun Smooth 5S. Both have 300 grams maximum payload. The biggest payload has Hohem iSteady M6, 400 grams. Let's talk about the build. The first go, DJI Osmo Mobile 6 and Insta360 Flow, as they are both very similar and they are designed for the same purpose: everyday filming and social media. Both gimbals are foldable. DJI Osmo Mobile 6 has a separate tripod which you will mount on. Insta360 Flow has a built-in tripod. The way DJI turns on is that you attach a clamp to a smartphone, open up the gimbal, which will turn on, and then you attach the phone. With Insta360, it's a bit different. You attach the phone with the clamp to the gimbal and then unfold the gimbal and now it's on. Then you can pull out the extension out for better grip, or you can pull out the little tripod. It's not as sturdy as this tripod, but there is a 1/4 inch for mounting on additional tripod if you like. Or you can get their Pro Kit, which already has this extra tripod added. Both have this elbow for lower angle filming. If you film with Insta360 Flow, you will tilt the gimbal a little bit towards you for a normal filming position. DJI offers a clamp with light you can purchase separately. Insta360 already includes such a light which you can turn in all directions, and this gimbal also works as a power bank. You can charge your phone in emergencies. Both gimbals have great pan movement, but a bit limited tilt movement. Filming modes are a bit different. Insta360 Flow has Auto mode for beginners, where the motors will adjust automatically based on the movement. Then it has Follow mode, Pan Follow, FPV, and Sports mode. DJI Osmo Mobile 6 has Follow mode, Tilt Lock, FPV, and Spin Shot mode. Buttons and navigation are very different. Insta360 Flow has modes clearly named. DJI has icons. On DJI, you would be pressing buttons. On Insta360, you would be swiping across. Both gimbals have a zoom wheel. If you will be filming in manual mode, DJI has an additional port for counterweights. Insta360 doesn't have that, so this one is more suitable for filming in automatic mode. And now it's time to look at the advanced filming gimbals, Zhiyun Smooth 5S and Hohem iSteady M6. Both gimbals have excellent range of movement. Pan is full 360 degrees, tilt move is very big. You can film in a vertical and horizontal mode with both gimbals. The only thing is that you have to manually install it in vertical mode. There is no button to change it. However, Hohem has a quick portrait mode, where you can move the gimbal to the side and quickly grab a shot. Hohem has also wide angle filming mode, which moves the motor to the other side, so you don't see it in a shot. Zhiyun has the motor in the same position. It has also more buttons, which control more directly from the gimbal. However, when I'm filming, I'm finding that I cannot see the gimbal mode on the little light panel on a bright day. Hohem is more simplified. Has a big screen so you can see everything nicely. Zhiyun has magnetic light. You can attach 2 of them if you want to. And another additional light is on the arm. You can use filters with the lights to get desired tones. There is one port for attaching accessories, like a microphone. Hohem has only one light, but the light can be used as CCT or RGB light. You can change it to any color you want. There is also a tracking sensor, so you can track in any app with any camera. And it has several ports, so you can mount additional accessories. Zhiyun has focus and zoom wheel. Hohem has that too, but also can control the roll movement on top of it. It has also the ability to create motion time lapses in any app with these buttons. With Zhiyun, you have to use their app to be able to do that. I'm finding that Hohem is more user-friendly. Zhiyun is more for advanced filming. Zhiyun has pan follow mode, lock, follow, POV, and vortex mode. Hohem has pan follow, pan, tilt, follow, lock, POV, and inception mode. The same modes, just different names. You can charge your phones with both gimbals. Hohem also sells a remote which can control this gimbal. And that is a huge advantage, as you can get more creative shots being able to control moves with a remote, especially if you will be using a monopod with it. What features do you get in GIMBALS apps? I'm going to start with Apple and then I'm gonna move on to Android. All gimbals can film in 4K in 24, 25, 30, and 60 frames per second except Hohem Joy. You don't get 25 frames per second. You get 24, 30, and 60 frames per second. All apps offer photo, video, panorama, slow motion, time-lapse, hyperlapse, automatic, and manual filming. I'm going to mention the extra features. DJI Mimo has Dynazoom, Beauty Mode, Clone Me, Shot Guides, and Stories. You can also edit your videos here. You can also use DJI Osmo Mobile 6 with another app called Lightcut. In Inspire Cam, you can select a story you like and follow all shots to create it. You will film this in vertical mode, however you can change it to 16:9 at the top if you like. When it comes to video editing here, you can hit one-time edit, select clips, and let this app edit everything for you. Once the edit is created, you can still change the template. There are many options when it comes to editing. Insta360 Flow has live mode, which will allow you to record yourself in native camera app or live stream while the gimbal is tracking you. The tracking is recommended mainly for vertical recording. It has also time shift, widescreen mode, dolly zoom, beauty mode, shot genie library, and lots of filters you can use to give your video a specific look. You can edit videos in the app directly and use some of the effects in ShotLab. Zhiyun Smooth 5S has two apps you can use. One is DJI Osmo, which is designed for beginners for general filming. This is the app to use if you want to enable tracking. Other features in this app are hyperlapse, time-lapse, dolly zoom, H-time slow motion in 720p, panorama in 180, 240 degrees, 3x3, and Clone Me. Alive is for live streaming, and Smart has many pre-designed templates to create your own story. It has also beauty mode and smart shooting to help you learn some moves. DJI Osmo will also let you edit your videos. Pro Mode will take you to StuckM app, which is designed for advanced filming. You get here histogram, focus peaking, focus pull, zoom, and access to LUTs. You're not going to get tracking here though, that only works with DJI Osmo. Majority of features come free with this gimbal, but some of the additional features require Prime membership. This gimbal is also fully functioning with Filmic Pro. You can zoom in there, do focus pull, but tracking is not available. Hohem Joy app, which belongs to Hohem iSteady M6, lets you film in 24, 30, and 60 frames per second in 4K, 1080p, and 720p. 25 frames per second is not there, as I mentioned earlier. You can track people or objects here, besides using an AI tracking sensor. You can do focus pull in this app and film in manual mode. Beauty mode is here, panorama video, Clone Me, fantastic rotation, inception, smart dolly zoom, 3x3, 180, 240, and 360 degrees panorama, time-lapse, where you can also film motion lapse, and 120 or 240 frames per second slow motion. And again, AI tracking sensor lets you track in any app, and you can film motion time-lapses in any app. However, focus pull and zoom wheel will only work in Hohem Joy app, and there is no video editing in this app. It's time to look at the Android phone. I borrowed Samsung Galaxy S23. It's not mine, that's why it's not here right now. Let's see the limitation with this phone. Keep in mind that all Android phones are very different. Some Android phones will offer more features or less features. Some of you always ask me in the comments if this or that phone is compatible. I cannot answer it. I would have to have all those phones here. It is best to ask the companies directly. DJI Mimo is first. You have to download the app directly from their website. It's not available in a Google Play app. Don't ask me why. I don't know the reason why it has been taken down from Google Play. You can film only in 30 frames per second, in 4K, 1080p and 720p. There is no slow motion and you cannot film in manual mode. All other features are there. Hohem Joy belongs to Hohem iSteady M6 gimbal. Here you can film in 4K, 1080p and 720p in 24 and 30 frames per second. You can film in manual mode. All other features are there, but slow motion is not. ZY Kimi and Stackem belong to Zhiyun Smooth 5S. You can film at 24 and 30 frames per second only. Slow motion is not available and no manual mode. All other features are there. If you want to film in slow motion and manual mode, then you would use Stackem, which is fully functioning. Insta360 Flow was launched today. This is when I'm recording this video, and it's very important to say this. There are firmware updates non-stop as they are adding new things, catching all bugs and stuff. So what I see right now might not be what I would see next week, for example, so keep that in mind. Right now, I see 24 and 30 frames per second in 1080p and 720p only. Not in 4K, but I'm quite sure this will be added in upcoming days. Everything is there, but no manual mode or slow motion. So, what do you think? Let me know in the comment section below. Once I publish a video, I'm usually 1 or 2 hours online answering, so you'll catch me there live. Here's how I see it. If you want something small and light for travel, DJI Osmo Mobile 6 or Insta360 Flow would be a good choice. I would bring an extra tripod for the Insta360 though. I like the tracking feature in Insta360 more and the fact you get all accessories included. If you film only in automatic mode, it's good. If you need to film in manual mode with VND filter and counterweights, DJI Osmo Mobile 6 would be the way to go. If you don't care about the size and you're okay with heavier gimbal, then Hohem iSteady M6 or Zhiyun Smooth 5S would be your choice. Hohem is more practical and has more freedom to film in any app. Zhiyun comes with an advanced app and is integrated with Filmic Pro if you're someone who is using it. Filmic Pro has now a subscription plan, so it comes with additional cost. You have to figure out what is best for you. We are all very different. I, for example, don't like to complicate my life too much, so I mostly shoot in automatic mode in a native camera app. I love the portrait mode, so I do need tracking, and I also love the remotes because I love to shoot with monopod, and I also like to push the creative limits, so that's why Hohem iSteady M6 is my choice. But on the other hand, if I'm filming family or we are on the trips, I have in my purse a tiny gimbal. I just don't want to bring a lot of equipment with me. So it really depends on what I'm filming. But again, that's just me. You might have completely different needs. You have to figure out what is best for you. If you want to take a look at one of those gimbals separately, I do have in-depth review of each gimbal, so I'll link it below in a video description. Give it a thumbs up if you found this video informative and don't forget to subscribe for more. Let's return to tutorials. Next video will be a creative one. See you in the next one. Ciao, ahoy!